Wait, I'm doing more Warframe content? Yeah, but before I talk about today's whatever you want to call this, does this mean I'm doing Warframe content consistently again? No. So, shoot. Anyway, greetings all you maniacs from Minds and Crimes, and today I want to talk about gas damage in Warframe, something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. Because I remember a viewer asking me something along the lines of, what is up with gas damage? What is happening? Can you explain? Well, I can't really explain, but I can show the effects. So I have a few theories on what happens, but it's most pronounced on weapons that hit really, really hard with one shot. Not high DPS weapons, burst damage weapons. So things like the Nadaruk and the where the hell is it? The Vectis Prime. So anyway, let me actually show the Nadaruk build. And by the way, with my Oberon, there is nothing here that is going to be boosting damage. This is just a pure tank, never die goat. Anyway, so I have it set up like this. Now, electricity plus gas is a really lethal combo, but to be clear, you don't need the electricity. However, it helps. It really does help. So I have primary dead on here, and I can hear some people say this thing doesn't benefit too much from headshots. I don't care. It's more convenient. So, alright. Spawn these enemies in. Now, there's something I gotta talk about, though. Wherever I can find them. So, it says that they are, like, really, really resistant to gas damage. That is some bogus. Now, the gas proc itself, sure. But the gas ticks? Once I actually get things set up. This will become more apparent when I actually do Steel Path. Okay, now I actually have some stacks going. Now some people might be asking, is this actually gas damage doing this, or is it the electricity and the slash? It's actually the electricity and gas with all this damage behind it. The slash, yeah, but this weapon doesn't slash all that much, and really, whatever. Now as you can see that I'm fully built up, I am one-shotting these guys. Or like two-shotting them fairly consistently. And this is without my Panzer proccing viral. So, that's cool. But, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do two Steel Path things. I'm going to, both are going to be against, should I go against the Corrupted? Because this also erases shields, but the Grineer are the most resistant to it. So I'm going to be going against Grineer. And I'm going to be doing two Steel Path 10-minute runs. Well, not 10-minute runs each, 5-minute runs each. And I'm also going to be fighting the acolyte, because yeah, I'm going to be using, I might use Oberon, or I might switch over to Nezha, just so I don't have to worry about getting knocked down when I'm using the Vectis Prime. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Alrighty. Now, why do I have my Oberon set up like this? Yeah, that's why. Because I don't care. And also, this Oberon is actually indestructible. Like, I have yet to see anything that can damage him. So, yeah, you could have sworn I'm using, like, some shenanigans. But I'm not. I'm just using gas damage. I mean, everybody knows that the Nadaruk hits very, very hard. But I don't see, when I actually play this game a lot, I didn't really see people using it because, I don't know, you have to use your brain a bit. But it's a fun weapon. Probably one of my favorite bows. That and like the Serenus Prime. That thing's fun. But yeah. It's going to be the same story with the Vectus. Now, can any weapon do this with gas? Yeah, pretty much. But it is really, really pronounced when you have this much damage behind it. And to be clear, it's really the gas proc and not the initial like impact of the gas. It's like the cloud doing this. You see all that damage? Yeah, that's just the gas cloud. Now, as for my theories of why this happens, the gas cloud could in fact be activating crits, for all I know, or it could be activating headshot multipliers, which is probably more likely. Now you can imagine doing this with like Mag or Zephyr or, you know, someone that can, you know, group enemies up or strip armor. And you have the recipe for, well, obliteration. But I think a lot of people already knew this. I don't watch any Warframe YouTubers anymore, but I'm pretty sure some people have gone like hours against high-level enemies using this setup. So, like max-level enemies. I mean, really, cool, I guess, but why does that matter? I could also proc them with radiation if I want to be, you know, extra saucy. Extra saucy Chernobyl goat. That's all Oberon is. He's just a goat that drank the water at Chernobyl. Anyway. That's a lot of damage. It's pretty powerful. And again, the damage could be even higher. If I was playing like Chroma, or if I was playing Mirage, which would pretty much die instantly against the Steel Path Grineer. If I was playing Mag or Zephyr or what have you, I really could have played Mag, but nah. That'd be too OP. Slap him with a bit of radiation. I really do wish that Oberon's abilities did more, but he really is the tanky healer. Kind of the same vein of Trinity, but Trinity is more of a support, like an all-around support. They're different, yet the same. When the Acolyte gets here, he's going to get a Rude Awakening, unless it's Malice, which I'm going to be very, very pissed at. And I have no way of knowing. What joy. Keep up my armor. Do you mind, asshole? Hate those guys. Okay, Mr. Acolyte. Again, I have to mention it. Acolytes are immune to viral. Fuck. Sorry, I can't show it, but I will show it against the next Acolyte for the Vectus Prime. Ugh. The operative has just made their first discovery. That's why I hate Malice. But that one shot that I got on him did a lot of damage. By the way, the Natterek can like 2 or 3 shot the Acolytes. So, even with this build, with Corrosive, it's like nearly a one-shot. It's kind of ridiculous. Actually, I'm not going to show it with the Vectus Prime because it's going to be basically the exact same story as the Natterek. Instead, I'm going to be showing it with my Gaze Prime secondary Sentinel Beam. This is the setup. Yes, I do have this ribbon. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. But the ammo economy on this thing is horrid. Um, do I actually have like a low ranking mutation? No, I do not. I would have to put another form into this thing, which I don't feel like doing. Uh, so keep in mind, this this weapon is going to be hitting them with electricity, gas, and radiation.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
Yeah. That was no stacks, by the way, of anything. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that some nutty shit? I mean, this weapon right here is really, really ridiculous. But also, the AoE of the gas damage. Now again, imagine using this with Zephyr. Yeah. That's stupid. Gas damage was never
Life
nerfed.
support on the
It
way.
was just changed. And gas damage was only stupid powerful before because it used stealth multipliers. I don't think this uses stealth multipliers. Yeah. Kind of forgot how strong this weapon is, honestly, because I haven't used it in a very long time.
I've delivered a life
But,
support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
that DPS, man, is pretty damn high. Of course, it is higher with corrosive against the Grenier. Like, obviously it is. Corrosive heat. But this, this is absurd. Especially against, like, corrupted. So I'm gonna just proc all the radiation before this thing does. Why not? Now with this Oberon build, I can't strip armor, but I don't really care. Because that doesn't really matter. Now, is it the ribbon giving this thing this much power? No, it isn't. Does the ribbon help? Yeah. Is it necessary? Definitely not.
Capsule.
I mean, we have yet to have a mode where you need to, like, try. Well, other than the acolyte fights, but you can basically just don't do it, but you could basically AFK and let that sweaty, uh, stupid OP Chroma one-shot the boss, because of course they do. I always play Trinity in those or Oberon because support.
Additional life support has arrived.
I'm keeping y'all bastards alive. Thank me. Thank your Trinities and Oberons, people. Anyway, this is ridiculous. Uh, Acolyte should be here soon. Now, this is not as engaging as the Natteric, because the Natteric you have to have timing and everything, which is fun. This is more brain dead. Also, this thing with mag, just fill everything, the bubbles up with gas. Some stupid damage, ain't it? Now, the gas procs aren't doing as much as they were with the Natter, because this thing doesn't hit as hard. Gas really benefits from not the amount of procs, because the procs are limited to 10, but the damage of the procs. So things that hit with one shot extremely hard, like the Nataruk and Vectus Prime and other things like that, yeah, gas damage works extraordinarily well. This works very well too. Okay. Okay, I can deal. You can get away.
Is now available.
Are you trying to shield yourself or something? The Nataruk, by the way, like two or three shots with gas on the acolyte. This thing does not, obviously. It's actually taking a little bit,
Their first discovery.
but the acolytes are thick.
When you need it, extraction is ready.
Can you stop knocking me down? Yeah,
You are running out of time. Consider extraction.
let's get a little more. Frames are slightly dying. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, huh? Can you not do that?
Life support activated.
Annoying. Okay. So, overall thoughts on gas damage. After much experimentation, which I encourage in this game. Uh, yeah, it's stupid. It's pretty stupid. Now, of course, gas damage is most effective against infested, but the infested are so weak that it doesn't matter. Infested only have high damage and the ability to get rid of certain things, but they are by far the squishiest. And Steelpath Corpus are pretty freaking tanky, but gas plus electricity don't give a crap. Anyway, so as for my theories on why this happens, as I discussed briefly, I do think that the gas clouds are headshotting. I think that's what's happening. I don't know for 100% sure, but that's just my theory. I could be very wrong. Um, but it at the end of the day kind of don't matter because gas damage is pretty ridiculous. It's not ridiculous with every single weapon. Remember, you need something that hits stupid hard with one shot, like sniper rifles or the Nataruk or what have you, or a weapon like a beam weapon, especially like a primary gaze. Apparently, works extremely well with gas. I've tried it with the primary vermis splicer, and the result is meh, just meh. I've also tried it with shotguns, and also the result is meh. So it appears that gas damage it's kind of an outlier on some weapons. No idea why, but it is, and it's strange. But on the Neteric and the primary gaze, and I'm also assuming on some secondaries, maybe also on the Phage too, but the Phage is so freaking powerful that doesn't matter. But yeah, especially on the Neteric, I mean, I use this against the Archons, and it shreds them, and it also shreds the Sentinels. Sentinels. Sentients. Yeah, pretty ridiculous. So, give it a try yourself. Don't just take somebody's word for it. I always encourage experimentation in every single game, especially Warframe. With a game this open-ended, also with Payday 2, just experiment and don't just copy paste people's builds and do cookie cutter shit. No, break the mold. Try different things. I discovered this because I heard a rumor And then I tried it myself, and I'm like, hold the fuck on. This is ridiculous. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, in Trilby, we trust.